Hey everyone, welcome to Tulsa Music Stream. The Party Gras has stopped in Tulsa for the night at Hard Rock Casino. Was that Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, right?
It is.
And
Yeah.
Bret Michaels Party Gras will be there tonight. I believe the show starts at 8 o'clock. We will be there, and we're going to be joining live with Norman Voss, the bass player for Bret Michaels, here shortly. He's in the middle of sound check, and hopefully after that, he'll join the Zoom and we'll go live with him. But as always, please make sure you share on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And we're also on all the podcast platforms like Spotify, Heart, and Amazon, and of course, iTunes and Apple Podcasts.
Yep. Is it Party Gras or Party Gras? I think the S is silent.
Is it Party Gras?
It's Party Gras, like grandma.
Okay.
Party Gras. But it's all good because people know what you mean. This was a last second deal that just Norman reached out and said, hey, you guys coming to the show tonight? And we were like, heck yeah. And he said, well, let's do a quick check-in on Tulsa Music Stream. And we were all about that. So we're going to get that going. He did notify Scott a little bit ago that sound check is running a little bit long, so he might be on a few minutes late. But we wanted to go ahead and come on at 5 because we have a lot of things to catch you up on and update you guys that is exciting. We believe we have incorporated a new feature here called the Tulsa Music Stream Fan Chat. Now, this may be kind of hard for you guys to see if you're watching from your telephone. That's so old school. From your phone. Cell phone. But if you happen to be watching this on TV or a laptop or a bigger screen, you will notice that you can now see your chat comments there on the right. And this is not a screen we'll have up all the time, but from time to time we're going to switch to this so that it's always kind of fun when you type in a chat message and you can see it on the screen. Yeah, I mean, this is a good way for all the platforms. If people are watching via YouTube or Twitter or what have you, they can, if they put in something in the chat room, whatever, then it will pop up and you'll see like where each platform of that person. So if you know someone comes up as YouTube, you'll see the little icon of YouTube, but it'll be mostly Facebook. Yeah, because that's kind of where we built the show. But again, like we tell you guys every time we come on the air, we're trying to expand to different platforms and build the audience as big as we can. So, hey, life goals. But we thought that would be fun. I'm looking at it on my phone, and definitely, if you look at it on your phone, it's very hard to read. But,
Is it?
Yeah, mine, unless you turn it sideways. But then if you turn it sideways, you can't really chat. So if you're not much of a chatter, but you want to see the comments easily, it's there.
And what's cool is when you go back on YouTube or whatever, people who are watching from YouTube can see everyone's things they chat.
It's true.
They can see that too.
Yeah, it's true. And maybe we can work on making the text a little bit bigger. But again, just one more fun feature. I mean, I love it when I go to like a podcast and I type in a chat and I see my message on the screen. It makes you feel like you're part of the show. And we want to make sure you guys know that you're part of the show. Without you, we have nothing. So we are excited about that. And let's talk a little bit. We're in one of those times where the stuff is coming fast and furious. So let's talk a little bit about what we have coming up. Of course, this opportunity just fell out a couple hours ago, and we're looking forward to talking to Norman here in a little bit. Let's talk about what we have coming up this Monday, May 15th at 7 p.m. Central. We're going to talk to Martin Anderson. He's currently with Lita Ford, but that's just one project he's done. He's done numerous projects, including Lizzie Borden, Steelheart, Lynch Mob. I mean, he's just one of those guys that's gotten around. So we're going to talk about his career. And then we're really excited. We've been excited about this one, but now with the news that Kix is calling it quits, we're really excited to talk to Ronnie Younkins. I know he hasn't been part of Kix for a little bit. We're hoping he gets to be part of that last show. That's definitely something we'll be talking to him about.
And that will be where they hold M3.
Yeah, in Maryland there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that'll be great. So we're definitely going to get the scoop from Ronnie on what he knows about that. We do hope he's part of that last Kix show.
They say we went dark. Huh.
Went dark?
That's what someone says. We went dark.
Huh. I that's not what I see on my end. I think you went dark, Bill Hamilton. I'm looking at it on my phone. Anyway, strange.
Yep.
So more upcoming episodes. Josh Todd of Buck Cherry will be with us on Tuesday, May 23rd at 7 p.m. That will be amazing. That just fell out this week. And then we're going to do something a little different on Monday, June 26th. We think we're going to talk to a lady named Lisa Jackson, who is a booking agent for other artists. Okay, good. Everybody else is saying they can see us. That's good. We're going to talk to Lisa Jackson, who is a booking agent for national artists. And then we're going to talk to our friend Clint Switzer. And if you guys don't know much about Clint, he's another podcaster doing what we do, and he has an amazing resume of artists that he has talked to. So we're gonna join forces that night and talk all things podcast business and live stream business. He's gonna teach us a lot of things. So we're really looking forward to catching up with Clint and getting to know a little bit more about him. And I'm sure the guys are super busy, but we certainly want to say Godspeed and be safe and have a fun time to our guys that are traveling with Josie Scott down to Texas this weekend for the shows, including our co-host Nine and Justin Barber, Ben, Tim Hewitt, all you guys that are on the bus. Be safe and have a great time. We're thinking about you and look forward to the pictures and video. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So let's talk a little bit about tonight.
Let's do.
So Hard Rock, right?
Yeah.
I think I've only seen one show there, and that was Jane's Addiction. I haven't seen anything else there.
We did see that show together, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't believe I've seen any other concerts there, so I'm really excited about this. It's going to be cool. I guess Norman's going to maybe hopefully come out afterwards and say hi. But yeah, he gave us a call or gave me on Facebook, hit me up and said, hey, you and Janet want to come out, and put us on the guest list. And then I said, oh, cool, man. How about we just do a little 5 o'clock thing? And then, of course, the news about they had to go longer at their sound check. They're going to go over Journey and what was the other one I said?
I can't remember which one you said. Sounds like they do their sound checks like Rocket Science does, where you actually you learn and rehearse songs at sound check.
Right.
Always risky, but a good time. Nothing but a good time.
Oh, Sugar Ray Journey songs.
Sugar Ray. Wow, that'll be interesting. Yeah. That'll be interesting. Well, while we're waiting, we debated a little bit if we wanted to go ahead and come on live. We weren't exactly sure how long he was going to be, but these are good opportunities. Let's go back to that fan chat screen. Let's try it out. So, okay, well, this would be a good time. We can, if you guys are bored and want to type something in there, like a question for us, we'll take some questions, or maybe a question you might have for Norman when he gets on. We'll keep an eye on this fan chat.
Someone says they can't see you. I can't see you guys.
I guess you missed that.
This is another person.
Huh.
So, not sure.
I don't know, y'all. I see us fine on my phone. Anyway, I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, she says there you are.
Okay,
all right,
cool.
Man.
You guys' phones are acting funny tonight. Okay, Jeff Davidson, I see you fine. I see you fine too on this fan chat. Tracy Long, I wish I could meet Bret Michaels. So do I.
Yeah.
It's
we'd love to have him on our show. I've reached out to him numerous times, or his publicist. And of course, a lot of those publicists, and that's what we'll talk about when we get Clint on, about how publicists will just ignore your ass.
So
they don't even
true.
give you a reply, nothing, and it's a legit email because you're getting it from a good source, and they just don't even look at you.
Well, I mean, that right there is the whole reason. And hello, Jen Polis, all the way from Connecticut. That is so cool. She's met Bret as well as the rest a zillion times. Well, cool. Let us know your trick, because sometimes it's tough. But what I was going to say is the whole reason that we are trying so hard to build the stream and build the numbers and build the YouTube channel to where it's got at least more than 1,000 subscribers is because these publicists that you reach out to for these interviews, they go and check out your stuff. And when you're a smaller potato on the potato farm, they may kind of overlook you and say, well, we'll move on. Now, during COVID, man, it was feast, because all the artists were bored and they were wanting to tell stories, and that was a lucky time. But now that they're getting busy it gets a little harder to get these interviews sometimes, but we have a lot of fun. Just the chase is fun, and then once you capture it, it's even better. So we appreciate you guys' support.
Yeah,
we're still waiting for Norman.
They played in Oklahoma to a sold out crowd last night.
Yeah, it was Ardmore.
Yep,
Heritage Hall.
And I think tomorrow night they're going to be in Newkirk, Oklahoma.
Yep.
That is a Bret Michaels Nothing But a Good Time vibe party gras.
Yeah, they're at the First Council Casino. How lucky are we in Oklahoma that we get Bret Michaels Band 3 dates in Oklahoma? So by all means, if you guys missed last night and you can't make tonight out at Hard Rock here in Tulsa, go down to Newkirk tomorrow and check him out at the First Council Casino. I tell you what, I'm amazed at Bret Michaels' stamina, because he's doing all these dates with his solo band and then does the Poison stuff too. I don't know when the guy sleeps. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't know. It's amazing though.
The last time I saw Bret Michaels, I believe that was when we were in Key West. I don't know if we've seen him again. Oh no! Actually, we opened up for him at Buffalo Run, and that was a really cool show, because Norman Voss, after their set, he came in, walked into where we were playing, and we did the after party show and got on bass, or actually he sang like AC/DC tunes and all sorts of stuff, and it was a pretty wild night.
It was a blast, and I think Josie was even down there with some of his people, and it was just a great time. I'm gonna see if I can make these words a little bit bigger. We're just going on the fly here. Leslie, thank you for sharing. It really does make a difference. We appreciate that. It all the shares, just you guys are basically like our little bullhorns out there that's getting the word out for the stream. We appreciate that. 28 people watching. That's pretty impressive for a last minute. Hey, we're going on the air with Norman. So.
Yeah.
The power of the Norman Voss. I like it. Let's just keep stretching here.
Well, we do want to talk a little bit about our sponsors. Our sponsors, of course, as always, DEB Concerts.
Yes.
Doug Burgess, he always brings in great acts here to Oklahoma, Tulsa especially, and of course he not only does he helps with the Key West. What is that?
Rock Island Fest.
I'm wearing the T-shirt too. Yeah, Rock Island Fest, and helps out there in Florida, Key West, and here at Rocklahoma as well. And as you can see, we have so many cool bands, from Godsmack, Pantera, Rob Zombie, Limp Bizkit, and a lot of cool 80s rockers as well, man, like the Bullet Boys and Skid Row, Buck Cherry, Warrant, LA Guns, Kicks. Kicks will be here.
Man, that's so cool. That's so cool.
We need to talk about that, right?
We do. Also, shout out GregShipman.com, Okie PC, Identity Merch, Psychomo Filmworks. We can't do what we do without you guys. They support us in ways that you guys don't even always see. But the Shipmans just did a killer photo shoot with our band, and the pictures look great. I don't have those loaded for tonight, but man, if you guys need some photos of your band or your business, some senior portraits for your kiddos, check out shipmanphotos.com, and they will hook you up. Tell me a little bit, Scott. One thing I want to talk to Norman about, and we were kind of talking about it with Nine and Justin. They're getting ready to go on these these are long trips. We're talking long bus rides, and I've always heard people that are in these positions where they're traveling to play a show that, their best part of their day is that hour on stage, but the other 23 are really hard. What was I know you did some traveling. Did you enjoy traveling? I mean, was that something you probably could have done full time if you had the opportunity?
It doesn't bother me as much as probably some people. But of course I didn't go full board, with it. Mm-hmm. But, there was a time that we traveled quite a bit, and we did 14 shows in 15 days. So there was one of them where we did two in a day. And then, every single night we had a show, and then we came back to Tulsa, and and finished one off in Tulsa before we were.
How old were you when you did that?
I think like 27, 28 years old.
Oh, well, no wonder you could do it. Yeah.
And the thing is, we were in a van. It wasn't like it was a luxury bus or anything like that. It wasn't even a van like the one that we drove all the way to San Jose and Hollywood and
cargo van.
Yeah, it was, you find your seat and rest and however you want to do it. There were times that you try to find yourself some little more comfort on the floor, and there was either torn up carpet or there was no carpet at all, just hot ass metal.
Man, well, your cousins, he's got they're a 2-man band, his 2 cousins, and they rigged up this van, and I was amazed at how comfortable they actually made that van, but they toured all around the country. It takes a special person to do that stuff. Now, I'm hoping Norman probably travels in pretty good style. I don't know if they mostly do fly out dates or not. We'll ask him that. But yeah, I mean, our fellas, and don't get me wrong, this bus that our guys are traveling on is awesome. It looks so nice. I've seen pictures of the inside of it. So I think they're going to be comfortable, but it is a lot of dudes crammed up in a small amount of space for a lot of hours. So it takes a special breed to do this. And I certainly tip my hat to anyone who is out there living the rock and roll dream, because it's not easy.
Oh, absolutely. It's incredibly stressful, especially if if you're a partier, and like we were back in the day. We would go to the after parties at people's houses and not get out.
No.
Some of us have barely any sleep, and then we're driving to the next place or whatever. God. And so, and you got to scrape for money, scrape money just to, get a little burrito at the convenience store.
So miserable. So
yeah, it was hardcore, but, had a lot of fun, a lot of crazy memories, and that's for sure.
Well, let's look at some, we got some chats here. Jeff Davidson, are y'all going to the show tonight? Yes, we are. Hope you are too. Jen would love to go to Oklahoma someday. We would love to have you here. Oklahoma is a very friendly place from my experience. Some might disagree with that, but it's cheap living, I'll tell you that. It's and it's good for people who just are kind of looking for that family vibe. I would like it if we had a couple more things to do. Casinos are great and all, but give me a little something, a little more variety too. Anyway, Bill Wofford says, I thought Kix retired. They are retiring, but not yet. I think their last show is in September. Is it late September? Are you working on getting a hold of Norman?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing I can do.
I was asking you a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking.
No, I said Kix's last show is in late September, right?
I believe so. I don't really know.
Okay, that's cool. Elizabeth, taking a girl's trip to St. Louis to see him for his Party Gras tour. Of course you are, my little road warrior girl. I love that. Elizabeth, she is a fan. We're talking like a super fan, and she supports all these cool bands.
Yes, last show is September in Maryland. Yep.
Okay. Thanks for telling us that. Tracy Long, did you all know Ricky Rocket does some true crime videos on YouTube? I had no idea. I'm going to have to check that out. That is incredible.
And Angie K says, woo, woo.
Woo, woo. She's happy it's the weekend. I am too. We're still waiting, guys. We've been on here like 20 minutes, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're testing our skills. If you have any questions, you guys have any ideas for, future guests you'd like to see on here? Don't say Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons. Yeah, we know. We actually are trying. We're trying. We're aiming for the stars, but
that's not going to happen unless we have like 50,000 followers or something.
Denise, yes, we would appreciate it if you would throw out some shows people might not know about. This is the perfect time and opportunity. This is kind of becoming this is about you folks show until Norman joins us. Then it'll be about Norman. But yeah, give us what you got, girl. Denise always so helpful for a lot of the bands that come through town, not just through town, but she travels a little bit, helps these bands sell merch. She's what's called a runner. If you guys don't know what a runner is,
isn't that a Billy Squire song? She's a runner.
It might be, but in this case, she'll run the guys from their hotel to the venue and back, and puts up with their bull crap. And she's amazing. She's really good at what she does, and I think she was down seeing Lynch Mob the other night. Sounds like that was an interesting show.
Eric Singer would be cool. Yeah, actually, I did reach out to him. Here's some of the Kiss guys that I tried to. This was Bill Wooford. He says Eric Singer would be cool. Loved him and Alice Cooper. Yeah, and he's great in Kiss. I think I tried Tommy Thayer. I've reached out for Ace Frehley.
Yeah.
Got nothing there. I mean, we did get Bruce Kulick, so that was cool. Of course, Paul and Gene, they won't give us the time of day.
Our email probably went straight into their spam bucket, right?
Well, it probably like printed it out and then went right into the shredder. You know what I mean? It probably like instantly went.
Oh my God. I tell you, you think we were scared talking to Jeff Tate. Can you imagine how we'd feel talking to, I mean, it would be like clenched city.
Yeah.
Everything would be tight that day.
You know, this is cool because we are now going to be like episode 80 coming up, and we're close to 100, which is awesome. I don't know what we're going to do for our 100th episode, but if you guys have never seen this show before, we have interviewed many cool people, and they're all on our Facebook page and our YouTube page, and you can go back and see all of our past episodes with many of you in the chat room that was watching with us and during that interview. But it's really cool stuff from Jeff Tate, Rudy Sarzo, Lita Ford. I mean,
Billy Sheehan.
Yeah, Billy Sheehan, Stephen Piercy. I mean, we had just recently did Kip Winger and so many more. And there's Teresa Weber. She says, Gene got your email. He's sending you an invoice for just reading it.
We have a comedian in the house.
The good thing about Gene is he's all about capitalism.
I am a supporter of capitalism.
Me too.
Why don't you see if Norman has reached out to you? I'm going to read what Denise just put up because this is oh boy, this is good info for the rock and roll fan. Thank you, Denise Dossing. Osage Casino. We have Joan Jett on May 19th. That's a week from tonight. The Guess Who 6/2 June 2nd. Hochatown Saloon Buck Cherry 6/16.
Yep.
Queensryche, the Iron Maidens, 6/3, Sugar Creek in Hinton. Look at all these killer artists coming to Oklahoma. I mean, word is out that Oklahoma supports their rock and roll, and I
am loving this chat.
I am too.
This is so much cooler.
Easier.
I don't have to come over here and it just pops up. Yeah. So JD Fultz says, like the George Lynch interview. Thanks for the praying hands for what you do.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
buddy.
That was a lot of fun.
I got to tell you, this chat is kind of making us. You're helping us survive right now, because if we didn't have your stuff to read, we'd just be sitting here going, No. But thanks.
We would like for you guys to help subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are now, we only need like, I think 40 more subscriptions for YouTube, and we'll hit 500, which I think is awesome. That's halfway to 1,000, and that is our goal, is to get 1,000, because after that, then we can do some really cool things with YouTube. I don't know what all the rules would be as far as, what they expect. You can only stream on our platform and no one else. I don't know, but they always say once you get your first 1,000 subscriptions, your first 1,000 subs, that then your channels really can start taking off. So that's the goal for us, is to kind of get as many follows and hits and likes and shares as possible, not only on Facebook but even on Twitter. We put out some cool tweets here and there, and just recently I put together. We had an Instagram page, and we'd throw up some pictures here and there, but now we're doing some shorts and stuff that we're doing on YouTube, and I just created a TikTok page, and we're putting up all sorts of cool little TikTok stuff from all of our previous interviews, doing little shorts on YouTube, and trying to make them kind of funny and cool. They're about a 1 minute each long, so you're only going to get like one question and then an answer, and then maybe some funny stuff and some cool stuff that goes in there, and some kind of different filters and stuff over them. But
right.
I'm having a lot of fun putting all those together. And so if you can just, Just search in the search engine Tulsa Music Stream on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and you'll see all the shorts and all the cool little TikTok videos that we've been doing.
Yeah, and props to you. He says we're putting them up. We're not putting them up. He's putting them up, and he's spending a lot of time. The reason those are so valuable is it's that get in, get out, get in front of someone's face for 30 seconds so they see your name. And that, in today's world where people's attention spans are like that long, that's super valuable. So appreciate Scott and his efforts with the TikTok and what's the other thing? Instagram? Instagram. So yeah.
Spill the dirt.
Hey, I have good news, Scott. We have our first YouTube comment on the chat screen from
cool.
Will Ashwood. Hey, glad to see Norman on again. We are too. We'll be so glad when we see Norman on here again.
Absolutely. And I'm hoping that will be here in the next 5-10 minutes.
I'm hoping they didn't already do their show and are already headed to Newkirk.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm keeping my Facebook page refreshed to see if he's read my messages, and he so far has not. So
I bet they're going over Freebird at soundcheck.
But yeah,
maybe.
Who knows? Maybe he can't get any. Sometimes those casinos it's hard to get any kind of good reception in those things.
If he doesn't, we're going to give it time. Because if he doesn't show, please don't say false advertising from Tulsa Music Stream. We didn't mean to. We really had this plan. I mean, just give it a minute. What else do you have to do on a Friday?
So Denise says to Elizabeth, she goes, "It's not normally a rock bar. It's country, but they've built an outdoor stage that hopefully they will have ready for Buck Cherry, and hopefully that show will be promoted a little bit better." And Gay Fishback says, "This is like when you started. The two of you can get real funny, like third set at your shows. Born to entertain." Thank you. Gay.
Mom, I appreciate that. I mean, really, I do. Third sets. If you guys ever come see us and you don't stick around for the third set, it's comedy hour, and I highly encourage you to be there for it because things get a little nutty. It's a good time. Anyway, let's go back to Denise's comment. So she brings up a really good point, and this has always baffled me. So if you're a show promoter, if you're a show promoter and you're dropping mad dollars to bring someone to your venue, gotta promote that show, man. You gotta promote it. You gotta make sure people know about it. It is totally shocking to us how, and bands are guilty of this sometimes too. I think we fall into the trap of just thinking people are gonna know and they're gonna show up for our stuff. It doesn't work that way, folks. You got to promote. And even if people get so irritated and are so sick of seeing your stuff online, let them unfollow you. That's how they can deal with it. You got to promote your stuff. I think also clubs kind of fall into that mindset of blaming the band or blaming the artist if there's not a good turnout. It's a partnership. You gotta, the club has to promote, the band has to promote. Anything you're doing, it has to be promoted. You got to get in front of people's eyes. So apparently we are hoping for a better experience for Buck Cherry at the club down there than the Lynch Mob one.
All right. Well,
I don't think enough people
he read
knew.
it. He read it.
Okay. Oh, this is good.
Any minute now, Norman Voss will be live with us.
Ooh.
And on top of that, it's going to be so cool to be able to interview lead singer for Buck Cherry.
Oh yeah.
That is going to be an amazing show, and that just happened yesterday or the day before. Anyway. Yeah. That's going to be cool having Josh Todd on our show, lead singer for Buck Cherry. And we also have Bullet Boys, guitar player Mick Sweeta. And so that's going to be fun. And we are now landed.
He's
with
here. It says
Norman Voss.
It says he's connecting to audio. Hey, can you hear us?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, we
absolutely.
can. I'm going to put you on screen. How you doing?
Great, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you. How was sound check?
Awesome. Am I cutting out? I don't know if I'm.
No,
Nope, you're fine.
you're good. You're walking around in the bowels of the casino, aren't you?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So Norman, the Bret Michaels Party Gras is at Tulsa Hard Rock Hotel and Casino tonight at 8 p.m. Man, what's in store for us?
Wow, every one of these. First, I just got to say, whenever we play hard rock places, the kid in me comes out right away. I'm just in disbelief, of how cool. Like, look at that. I don't know if you could see my camera.
Yeah.
There's Paul, right? There's Gene. I love it.
Love it.
Yeah. It's like a kid in a candy store.
Right. You walk everywhere and it's like, wow, every new thing here. So just always in love with this place, or any hard rock place. They just do it up right every time. So
hey, tell us about last night, because we're lucky to have you guys in Oklahoma 3 nights in a row. Last night you were in Ardmore, sold out show at Heritage Hall. Tell us about that show.
Yes, that was so great, because I didn't realize what a history that hall has. By the way, I'm trying to go outside but maybe I'll stay inside because it's not allowed in here, this area. I'll be right by the hard rock. So, Ted Nugent played there. Leonard Skinner played there. The guy who runs the place just is friends with all the biggest acts. It's the coolest guy. And then Damon Johnson of Leonard Skinner opened up. And, he played with Thin Lizzy. He played with Thin Lizzy. He played with Alice Cooper,
Yeah.
So just disbelief. And he was the nicest guy. And then afterwards, we had a after party was at this place called Two Frogs. And the guy who ran through this whole thing, it was a 30th anniversary party for that bar. So then Damon Johnson's band played at the after party at that bar also. Rob got up and joined them, and it was just a great party. Loved it.
Killer.
That's great.
So tell us about tonight's show. We saw this cool picture that Bret posted earlier today. Said he's headed to Tulsa for a party gras, Tulsa and Concert Week Rock. Tell us what the fans can expect when they come out to Hard Rock tonight at 8 p.m. to see you guys.
Oh, it's going to be a party. I tell you what, we just had the best sound check we've ever had. It was
the longest.
Awesome. And the longest. Right?
We went on 5 thinking you'd be on about 5:15, and we thought, we can like cut it, with the air, and then we're just like making stuff up as we go. And I kept refreshing the Facebook, and it's like he hasn't read my messages yet. And then once I saw your little icon pop up, it's like ching, save us.
So sorry. Yeah,
no, you're good, bud. You're good.
The first time we did Journeys Any Way You Want It and Sugar Ray's Fly. I Just Want to Fly. And then Bret came out and so we got into how that should go and different ideas. I'm sure Mark McGrath will have his own 2 cents he wants to put into how we should be playing his song.
Sure.
But as of today, we did it our way and it was awesome. Yeah.
Right on. Norman, how long have you been in Bret's band now? Has it been 3 years?
Coming up on 3 years in August. Correct. In August. Yeah.
So when you got this opportunity, did you have any idea that it was going to last this long?
No, not at all. I thought at first it was just one show. First, I thought it was just one show.
Wow.
And then it was like, then quickly to how about the rest of the year? Because that was that we were still in COVID and where Eric Brittingham was just, look at that. Look at the guitars. That's so cool. So, for just for the rest of the year, in case with Eric, I thought COVID was still going on, that it'd be just till the end of the year, and then and then things just kept flowing,
Yeah.
So I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, it must be the experience of a lifetime for sure. So you guys have dates stacked up through the rest of the summer, and then as far as it's just you're going for the foreseeable future, correct?
Oh yeah, and there's already dates in the fall. It's the new stuff's coming up all the time. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but enjoying every minute. Funny, crazy coincidence is that today, the first time at Soundcheck, I played Fallen Angel with Bret.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, we've never played Fallen Angel, so now that will be starting to be thrown in this set. So
excellent.
I'm excited. Let me give you a little. Here's the.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Dude.
Right.
That's
awesome. It's going to be awesome. This place is great.
So tell me, do you have to set up your own stuff, or do you have your own tech and everything now?
Oh yeah. We got all these, a lot of cool guys. Kip and Tommy, who used to be with Warrant for a long time, are with us. And a couple new guys, a new light guy, Tristan, and everything's just great. Yeah, and Yeah, actually, it's a funny thing too is that I have to buy myself a bass head for the big tour because we always rent stuff. You know, it's always rental backline comes in. You know, so first time for this tour, they're like, "Hey, well, you need a bass amp." Like, oh, I don't own a bass amp.
Oh, wow, right.
I gotta buy a bass amp. I gotta buy a bass.
So what are you gonna get? Tell us what you're gonna get.
Well, you know, as far as a bass amp, when I asked Pete, the guitarist, to ask Eric Brittingham, he said Eric used to always carry his orange head wherever we played. They took it to Mexico and they charged him $250. They'll bring it in the country. So I just said, what is this amazing head that he takes with him everywhere? So it's some kind of orange. I think orange is who he goes with. So I'm going to look for something like that. And I think cool. Dean Guitars is also going to, because I'm still using Eric Brittingham's bass. Because if I'm allowed to use Eric Brittingham's bass, I'm going to use Eric Brittingham's bass.
Absolutely.
So is there any, I don't know, has he even mentioned about coming back to it, or does he just says, hey, just go ahead and take it from here on out? I mean, it's been 3 years now, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, he said, take the bass, enjoy the bass. You know, I think I heard, I'm not friends with Eric. I don't know Eric Brittingham as a friend, only from Facebook and stuff, but I know from Facebook that he got married, I think, 4 months ago and all. So I'm sure he toured his whole life. He gave his life to rock and roll, and now he's enjoying the fruits of it. That's how I assume what's going on right now. More power to him for it. And I'm happy to fill in while I can. That's how I see it. But I'm still using Eric's bass even. And so Dean's going to get me a new bass as a backup or whatever for the tour. So everything's coming together.
Excellent, man. How's your family doing?
Oh, great. Thanks for asking. Couldn't be better. Yeah, everything's awesome.
Do they get to jump out to a few of these shows and hang out with you on the road sometimes?
Yeah. My wife Jen comes to certain shows, and my daughter comes to certain shows, and my son, he came last to see a show. So just a couple weeks ago. In Reno, Nevada. So it's always great to share it with somebody, too. Or if I have my brother come or a friend come, it's always like a cool thing. So if anybody's looking to join me on the road, let me know. I'm kidding.
So real quick, I know we don't want to take a ton of your time, but our co-host, he and our former drummer, they're hooked up with Josie Scott from Saliva now. They're going to be in his band. I want to pick your brain because they're going to be doing a lot of traveling. What, in your opinion, is the worst part of having to do all this travel to live this dream that you're leaving? And then what's the coolest part about it?
It is quickly answer that one is the worst part is the 3:30 a.m. lobby call. You got to be in the lobby of the hotel at 3:30 a.m. even though we didn't get to the hotel room till about 12:30 or 1 or whatever. The night before, so I was like, we're having the time of our lives. Everyone thinks, oh, let's hang out. And then all of a sudden, you got to get into bed and you got to turn your mind off somehow because you only have 3 hours of sleep. Before you got to get up and go drive to a airport for a long, and drive and fly somewhere and then drive again or however it might be, So that's the worst part. And the best part, is this like this. Last night was this cool place that we played, hanging out with just a guy who I just truly respect, Damon Johnson. And then the next day we're off somewhere else and we come into this place, rock and roll heaven. Yeah. Come on, look at that.
Yeah.
And knowing and every place treats us like kings,
Wonderful. Glad to hear it. So speaking of kings, hey, have you ever gotten to be on this plane or is that just kind of a Bret only deal?
You know what? No, I have not. And I'm wondering what's going on here. I know previously that, they, when they used to go to South America or something, they would all the guys or last minute things. But no, I have not. I know when the band used to go on that, they used to post pictures because, of course, I've been following Bret for the last 20 years with everything going on since I was friends with Pete.
Right.
But no, I have not.
Well,
I'm looking forward to it someday.
Yeah, we're going to have to change that, man. What else you got?
We really appreciate you not only coming on to our show, but inviting us to come out to Hard Rock Casino tonight and hang out and watch the show. Right. And hopefully we'll get to see you
in a couple hours. That's right.
So I do need to ask, where do we go to say, oh, yeah, we're on the guest list? How does that even work?
Yeah, you come to this. I think you're going to be right here. here's the big doors, and right there, box office, and there's hello. So you're gonna see everybody right there. So this is
Okay.
right there. Main entrance. You come here. Everyone else, get your tickets.
Maybe we should have had this conversation offline, huh?
Oh, no.
No, it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I tell you what, I just want to say real quick, I am so impressed by all of the artists that you are having on there. It's just getting bigger and better and more, and just so impressive. And the Kip Winger interview was just awesome. I love it. He's teaching you timing.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. I mean, dude, this is what makes you so awesome. I mean, here you are playing in front of tens of thousands of people, and you remember a couple of schmoes from Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's what makes you so cool, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hold on. Now we know we're at the Hard Rock right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Hey, got the hot girls. There you go.
What's going on here? This place rocks. Now, I'm just trying to get outside, dude, so it's not so loud. But anyway.
Yeah, take your show pay far away from those machines, man. Definitely.
Okay.
Hey, buddy.
We're gonna try to get Cinderella's Tom Kiefer on our show, hopefully here in a few weeks. So stay tuned for that. We're hoping to land that one, but maybe in a few weeks
By the way, we
we'll
played
know
his
more.
guitar player was the bass player for Damon Johnson's band last night too. Funnily enough.
Wow. Small world. That's amazing. Well, dude, I hope
So that's awesome. And and I hope we can get Bret on there before this Party Gras tour starts. So that'll be my goal.
You're the best, Norman.
There's the guitar.
There it is. Hey, everybody get out to Hard Rock Hotel and Casino tonight for Bret Michaels Party Gras at 8 p.m. Norman Voss, we love you so much.
We'll see you here in about an hour.
See you, Janice. See you, Scott. See you tonight. It's going
All
to
right,
rock.
buddy.
Can't wait.
Take care. Bye.
Take care. Rock on.
See ya. Oh, I love that guy.
That was fun.
That's great, man. He's so great.
That
I
was
tell
fun.
you, how can you be having a bad day if you're hanging out with Norman Voss?
Yeah.
What a great guy.
How fun. That was cool.
Fun. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it was a little long-winded at first, but not him, of course, but waiting up for him.
Listen, if you don't have long wind in situations like that, you have dead air.
That's right.
So give me long wind over dead air any day.
Cool. Well,
did fine.
We hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. And thank you guys so much for tuning in and chatting with us. And it was fun. Throw up that chat room one more time.
Oh,
before
yeah. I
we head
love
on
this
out of
thing.
here.
I love this thing. This is great.
And
Look at
hopefully
that.
we'll see you guys there tonight. 8 p.m. is the show time. Hard Rock Casino, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Bret Michaels, and of course, Norman Voss and the boys.
Yep. Guys, thank you so much. Join us back here Monday evening for Martin Anderson. God, I spaced for a minute.
Wow, did you know that the chat room on here, I see that before I see it on Facebook.
Is that right?
Yeah, I saw Gay's chat in our stream come up before I saw it here on Facebook.
There's just a little bit of lag, I guess. But let me put these up real quick one more time before we get out of here. Monday, May 15th. That's this upcoming Monday. 7 p.m. Central, Martin Anderson of Lita Ford. And then next Friday, a week from tonight, Ronnie of Kicks. Then we have Tuesday, May 23rd at 7 p.m., Josh Todd of Buck Cherry. June 26th, Clint Switzer. It's just a great roster, and we're looking forward to doing more shows and having more fun with you guys.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as always, help us grow, help us share, talk about us to your friends and to strangers. And we have t-shirts for sale, Tulsa Music Stream. You can get them at Identity Merch and wear them proudly. That's all we ask. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.
Have a great weekend. See you Monday night. Go see Bret Michaels tonight down at Hard Rock. Good night, y'all.